Hello guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It is your favorite girl Galileo as always, yeah. And this is Nelville. So if you are here for the first time, you are in the right place. Don't even think of going away from this humble family. Okay, so in this YouTube space, we talk about hair making, DIYs of any kind. We talk about family. We talk about relationship. We talk about motherhood. We talk about anything that has to be talked about. Anything that needs to be talked about. So we talk about it here. And if you are here for the first time, like I said, welcome. So if you are a returning subscriber, I don't know how to thank you. I don't know how else to thank you, but I am super grateful that you are here again. Okay, so today we will be talking about a very serious topic. Yes, so like it is said in the Bible, a man and a woman will cleave together and become husband and wife. Nobody wants to be cleaved to a wrong partner. Of course, it is very necessary that you involve God in your relationship. It's very necessary that you tell God what you want. Yes, but in the course of your relationship, what do you discuss? What do you talk about? Are you the type that you are just concerned about the oblo part? Babe, guys, it is marriage is not all about oblo. Let me just use that word to I know you know what I mean. You you know what I mean. So it's not about the oblo aspect that makes up marriage. A lot of things. Marriage is like a school of its own. The way you go to university to study a certain course, you don't go to university to study marriage. I don't know whether there is any course like that, marriage, but it is a lifetime thing. So before you go into it, it's very necessary you discuss a whole lot about all it takes to be married. Yeah, so some of the things that I feel like you should talk about during the course of courting, during your relationship, is things like, okay, number one, I feel like you should get to know the person. That's for starts. You get to know who the person is, what the person likes, the likes and the don'ts of that person. Yeah, so you know how not to step on that person's toes. So it is also very necessary that you get to know the person's family. Hey, this one is very key, that you know your spouse's family. Know about the parents, how they got married, how they have been living. Know about your in-laws to be, sister-in-laws and brother-in-laws to be. Know them in total. Don't just know their names. By knowing them, I don't mean know their names. Know them, if possible. I know there's a certain way that the people from the East, they go as far as finding out about their family, even without the knowledge of that family. I think that is a very great step to take in marriage. Yeah, before marriage rather. So it is very key that you get to know the family of your spouse to be, from the father to the mother to the brother to the sister to the cousin to you may not go as far as cousin, yeah, but if you feel like you should, then fine. Number one, you should get to know the person, know what the person likes and what the person doesn't like. After knowing the person's likes and don'ts, you get to know the person's family. Then by knowing the person, knowing the person's spiritual life. Is the person a spiritual kind of person? Is the person somebody that doesn't even really know about God? If you are courting somebody that does not know about God, I don't know, I fear, but because I feel like if you're courting somebody that knows about God, that fears God, to an extent, the person will not want to hurt you in any way. You can go into that relationship without fear of tomorrow. Yes, because if someone who you're dating, who you're courting, knows and fears God, you are to a great extent in a safe hand. Yes. So apart from knowing the person's family, you talk about, okay, talk about kids, because the children that you bear are the fruits of your marriage. Yeah, so you talk about your kids. Okay, how many kids you like to bear, how many kids you would like to have. Okay, I like to have 2 boys, 2 girls, for example. Then, okay, what happens, what will you do if you don't have 2 boys and 2 girls? What if you have 4 girls? Would you want to still probably get pregnant again so that you can maybe give a chance? All those are things you should talk about. Another thing you should want to talk about is, okay, will you allow, or will it be okay for um family member to come pay visit and sleep over and carry your bag and packages and come and stay with you in your house? I for one, I frown at that. I don't like that. I feel if you are married, it should be between you and your husband. I'm okay with come visit and then you bye, find your way. Not the one you come and stay with me. You want to know how I'm doing every other thing. You want to, before you know, you now be telling me don't do it like this, don't do it like, you will not be the wife, or you will not be the, I don't know, like I'm not understand. Okay, so that's one thing you should talk about as well. You should also talk about finance. This one, is this particular one, finance, it has broken a lot of homes. I know that it has broken a lot of homes. So, okay, I am working, you are working. How are we going to be taking care of the financial aspect of our home? Finance, okay, there are lots of things to spend money for. You have your house rent, you have feeding. That feeding is a killer. You have, let me know, I'll analyze that one maybe later. You have house rent, you have feeding, you have clothing, you have NEPA, you have utility bills, you have upkeep. You need to also take care of your parents, because they are, like they said, when your parents are old, the table will switch. You'll be the one taking care of them, because a certain time will come, they will not be able to work as they used to work. So like that. So, and the rest like that. So if you don't talk about, I feel like if you talk about your finance, how your financial life will be together, this is not as individuals anymore. Your financial lives together, because by then you'll be married and you'll no longer be seen as two individual people, but you'll be seen as one. Marriage will now bring you together with your spouse and you become one. So talking about finance is very important. If you are someone that will say we don't need to talk about that one, if it's time to cook, if I have money I cook, if I don't have money you bring, I don't buy that one. Even, let me not even go into my own self, yeah, but I'm not in support of that, because it's not just it. I feel like a man is should take a greater percentage of the financial, of everything. You are a man, right? If you want to maybe ration the financial aspect of your life, maybe it will be 70-30, depending on what your sources of income are. Yes. But I feel like if you are a man and you feel like, okay, it's time for you to get married, I'm sure you would have thought about all these things. How am I going to be feeding my family? Because it won't just be you and one other mouth alone. After a while, you start bearing children, and your expenses will have agbada on top of the usual one that I used to have, because taking care of kids is not easy. I will not lie. Like, I will not even hide it away from you. It is not easy. When you start having children, you think of diaper, you think of food, and you know how babies, especially when they start growing, and that one kind of milk is not enough anymore. You need to, every week, every three days, you'll be buying milk. So, and milk is not cheap. Let me say, it's not cheap. Okay, so Those are things you should talk about. Things like your expenses. Yes, your expenses. And guys, I'm not understanding you guys anymore. Is it because, okay, you are married now, you want to feel like you cannot take care of your wife anymore? No, 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 that's not the way to go. Your wife is still your wife. Just keep seeing your wife as that cheeky girl that you met, that you were wooing. That you were wooing when when you don't have something yet. You feel like, oh, I need this thing, I need it. When you have it, all your energy will come down. Please, that same energy that you used for chasing after her when she was still single, use that same energy to still take care of her. Use that same energy to still care for her and do other things. Please, let's wake up. Like, let's wake up. Let's keep doing what we know how to do, that will put smile on the faces of our girl, on the faces of our wives, on the faces of our husband. That's marriage. Is not about a wedding gown. It's not about the ring. It's not about all of that. It is a lifetime thing. Yes. So if you are not married, if you are one that is planning on getting married, please, all these things are things you should talk about. There are lots and lots of other things that you should talk about, but if you feel like you have other things you should talk about with your spouse, please say it in the comment section. Don't make the comment section of my channel be like I don't know, let me not even use that word. Just make it bubble. Yes. Okay, like I said earlier, if you have not seen my other video of how I made this beautiful hair I'm rocking now, yes, so go check it out. Check it out. Yep. So check my other YouTube videos. Then remember to like, leave a comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you.